Okay, today we are looking at Pythagorean theorem with radical answers, no decimals. And you have to do this one on paper because digits doesn't have the option. Digits written to the national standards, and this is a state standard. So let's start by taking a look at number 2. 3 squared plus x squared equals 4 squared. We're going to go ahead and minus the 3 squared from both sides. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 3 is 9. 16 minus 9 is 7. Square root. Now in digits, you type it in and you'd be like, hey, some random decimal. Here we are going to leave the answer as a radical. We do not want to make it into another one. Okay, let's look at number 4. So number 4 we have x squared plus 8 squared equals 12 squared. Notice order doesn't matter. I could have said 8 squared plus x squared, or either way, it doesn't matter. We go ahead and minus the 8 squared from both sides. 12 squared minus 8 squared is 80. So I have x squared equals 80. Get rid of the squared, we do the square root of 80. Now if you think back to fractions, you learned how to simplify them. You have to simplify square roots as well. So to simplify a square root, you break it down. What times what equals 80? Well, 80 is 8 times 10. What times what equals 8? 2 times 4. What times what equals 10? 2 times 5. What times what equals 4? 2 times 2. 2 times 1 are the only factors of the other. So when you're down to where 1 is the only other factor, stop. You don't have to write all the ones out. Then you find the pairs. If you think about it, our rule is pairs go out, singles stay in. And if you think about it, pairs, you're more likely to go to something if you have a friend call you up and say, hey, let's go, than if you're like, hey, I'm just going to go by myself. In general, human nature. Not saying that's how you have to be. I'm saying in general, most people are more apt to go to something if they can go with a friend. And if they don't have a friend, they'll just stay home. Pairs go out, singles stay in. So this 2 and this 2 comes out, gives me a 4 on the outside. 2 times 2. The 5 stays in. And my answer is 4 root 5. Okay. Let's look at number 10. Actually, let's go 12. We got 4 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared. So 4 squared plus 7 squared is 65 equals c squared. Square root of 65. What times what equals 65? It ends in a 5, so I have 5 and 13. They're both single, so they both stay in, and that's my final answer. A couple of hints for when you're trying to figure out if it can go out or not. If it's even, you know you can divide it by 2. If it ends in 5, you can divide it by 5. If it ends in 10, or ends in 0, excuse me, you can divide it by 10. The other ones are the 3s. And for 3s, you add up the numbers. If the number's like 783, 7 plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 7 plus 8 plus 3 is 18. Write that better. Because 18 divides by 3, I know that 783 divides by 3. So the sum of the digits. And if the sum of the digits divides by 3, then the number divides by 3. Or you can just type it into your calculator and see if you get a decimal. There is no test for 7. So if you're not sure, you can try 7, 11, and 13. If you check 2, 5, 10, 2, 3, 5, 10, 7, 11, and 13, and it's not divisible, you're fine. There's no need to spend more time trying to simplify it. But those are the numbers you should check. Pretty much everything is, if it's going to be divisible, it will be 2, 3, 5, 10, 7, 11, or 13. All right, good luck simplifying. Make sure you reach out if you have any questions.